My name is Sean, and my entry for the AWS IoT Hackathon is an AWS environment for running Home Assistant, which is a home automation platform which tracks and controls all sorts of devices. I already have a number of IoT devices which I have built, mostly around the ESP8266, a cheap and easily available microcontroller with built-in Wi-Fi. Most of these are running open source firmwares, which I will link in the video description below. Here is a diagram of what I wanted to build. Devices in my network, which are unable to use client certificates or TLS encryption, connect locally to an MQTT broker running Mosquito. This broker is running on a Raspberry Pi, which has immensely more computing power and is able to handle the encryption and client certificates which are required for AWS. This broker then forwards all messages to and from AWS. Inside of AWS, I'm running Home Assistant on an EC2 instance. This allows me to control any of my items via a web page, which is available publicly. Home Assistant also has integration with Alexa, so I can control my devices with Alexa as well. This is an example of an LED strip controller. This is connected via Wi-Fi to the Raspberry Pi MQTT gateway and can turn the lights on and off with Alexa.
Alexa, turn off the counter lights.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on the counter lights.
Okay.
The web interface of Home Assistant can also change the light color. This is an example of a Sonoff device, which also has an ESP8266 inside of it. This allows for control of mains voltage, in Germany 220 volts, either locally from this button here or via voice.
Alexa, turn off the reading light.
Finally, this is an example of a smart node. This has a motion, temperature, and humidity sensor, an RGB LED for status indication, and in some cases, a not yet implemented infrared receiver. When motion is detected, this publishes an MQTT message which is picked up by Home Assistant and can turn lights on via another MQTT message to a specific light. This is all handled in the rules of Home Assistant. What does this look like inside of AWS IoT? This is where all the devices connect to, including the Raspberry Pi broker for low-power devices, smartphones, and Home Assistant. I can subscribe to all topics to see humidity and temperature reports for our various sensor nodes, as well as other messages on the MQTT bus. Here, we have the bedroom SN2, which corresponds to the temperature and humidity of the bedroom nightstand, 62% humidity and 23.4 degrees Celsius. In summary, I've learned quite a bit about AWS IoT Gateway, EC2 instances, Amazon RDS, and MQTT encryption and client certificates. My next steps will be to connect some visualization with Elasticsearch and Kibana and integrate geolocation with OwnTracks. OwnTracks is a cell phone client which can publish location updates to MQTT brokers. This would enable me to, for example, turn on the heating or air conditioner when I leave work. This is my first video in what I hope to be a series of videos. What do you think I should integrate next? How could I make these videos better? Please leave a comment in the section below, and remember to like, share, and subscribe. I've also linked all firmware, source code, configuration files, and setup instructions in the links below the video. Thank you.